Morning everyone. It's Snap on Tuesday today, and it's not a good day. So where do I begin? Well, our buyer for our house last night pulled out. I don't know what is going on, but anyway, well, I do know what's going on, but I'm just a bit gobsmacked and a bit frustrated. So a little kid, and it can only be described as a little kid, came and did basically like a survey on our house. What we've kind of ended up with is really stupid things like the textured ceiling in the bedroom could be asbestos, and therefore requires immediate safety workings, like big exclamation mark. It's a plastered ceiling, and Liz put textured wallpaper up about 2 years ago. Wifey did. Not Artex, not cancerous causing. It's wallpaper, right? You can see the joins in it. It's wallpaper. It's not asbestos. Staining on the roof trusses inside the loft. Yeah, there is. That's because we had a roof leak and we had the roof replaced, the whole thing. All right. Chimneys, obviously always a worry with older houses. They're saying that there's, you know, potential moisture in them. It's kind of a pipe to the outside world, and if the fire's not on, yeah, it's probably going to be cold in there. Don't deny that. Brickwork in the loft space between adjoining houses. So obviously there's 4 of us in this little row, and the chimney stack basically goes up to the very ridge line of the roof, and then from there the roof, I forget the name of it, but the truss, the support for the roof, is bridged off of the outside walls. That's how it spreads its load. Some of the brickwork does not go all the way up to the roof line, and it's been like that since the house was built in like 1905 or whatever it was. I want to say it's Georgian, not Victorian, but basically he's brought that up as a safety risk. Like, there's just an absolute ream of this report where he's suggested so many possible problems which aren't a problem. Like the original interior door has the original glass in it from when the building was made, and obviously it's to keep, we have the original floor, the parquet floor, not parquet floor, we have the original tiled floor, and we have the coving and everything else from when the house was built. It stayed original. Same as the internal, what was the external door at one point, we've left that alone. It's had a couple of licks of paint, the glass has stayed the same, just to keep the house's originality. He brought that up as being not safety glass and needs exchanging and blah blah blah. Anyway, so we've got this massive list of problems, and they've basically said to the new people that we're going to buy our house that the house is unmortgageable and is basically in need of urgent work because it's dangerous. I found the little scrote on Facebook last night as I was reading his report. He's got quite a strange name, and he does look about 12. And in one of his photos, he's actually sat on a chair with shorts on, poking his testicles out the side of his shorts, holding it like a little garlic clove. This is the kind of guy that we've entrusted to write a report on our house, and I'm fuming. I'm so mad it's untrue. It's just a massive kick in the nuts. I'm so annoyed. And how this child has got letters behind his name and is qualified to write a report on our house. I'm just, you know, mistaking wallpaper for asbestos is quite a problem. Like, God, I'd hate to think if I got things that wrong in my job. But anyway, so our buyers have basically pulled out. We've gone back to our estate agent who is selling the house for us and kind of gone, what? And she's looked at the report and just said basically it's farcical. It's an old house, don't get me wrong, like there's no problems with our house. It's you know, if we found an issue, the front door was replaced. We found an issue with the roof, it was replaced. You know, anything that was brought up as our you know, as our house has been readied for the market, we've just sorted. Like the bathroom, for example, the tiles were cracked in some areas, so we've replaced all of them. There goes my phone. Everything has been done to sell a house honestly and fairly, and understand that yeah, it is an old house, but it's fine. You know, we've only just remortgaged a house before we started looking for a new house, and it, you know, none of these problems came back. It was perfectly good. So I'm kind of beside myself at the minute. I'm a little bit cheesed off and kind of just want to curl up in a little ball and just forget the lot, because I'm just pissed off. So we've had to tell obviously our house in Rawton that we like, that the guys, they're moving into an empty house. We've obviously done all the survey on their house. There's a couple of issues we need to raise, but nothing too severe. But we're kind of ready to go, or were ready to go, and now we're not at all. Our estate agent has managed to get somebody coming to view our house today. They're looking at the one down the end of the road, which isn't as nice as ours, and then they're going to bring them up to ours to have a look. And we did have a whole host of people initially view the house, and the first people we went with were the first people that put in an offer straight away. And I kind of think, if I'm honest, it was a bit of a ploy to put in an offer and have a look around the market for something else and know that you had a backup and just stitch us up, which I'm really pissed off about, really annoyed. I'm sorry if I'm starting the video in a bad mood, but that's my life, is how it is at the minute. Unfortunately, it's a problem. So we've got a snap on Tuesday. Jodie should be coming down. I've got some bits and bobs to change. We'll see what's on the van. Sorry everyone, I'll see you soon. Hopefully breakfast will cheer me up a bit and we can just get on with stuff. See you in a bit. Morning. So we're cracking on. I'm just waiting on the Ferrari coming in this morning. We're cracking on with the box. So I've got the front plate glued up and then braced so this can harden together. Then I'm going to move on to the base and the back bit that can be glued together, and we can use the right angle clamps to get the correct pitch. Then the sides can go in, front can go on, and then it's kind of like all the bits in between. So I'm going to make a start on this morning. See you in a bit, everyone. Right then dudes, oh, that was a busy session. So pretty much we're pinned up. Let me just move the base out of the way, or top out of the way. You stay there. So double baffle, that's pinned and glued, waiting to dry. We've got the box assembled with the 45s in it. Obviously this cutout is for the edge of the sub, forward thinking.
So 45, 45, 45. I've just pinned up the port, so that's now together with its 45. So that's now hardening as well. So pretty much base, side, side, back, port. 45 is all done. Just gluing and drying now. All squared up. And then basically once it's all together, we can kind of run terminals into the box. They're going to go out that back wall there. Port can get glued down, measured, and then obviously the top can go on, front can go on, and then it's all kind of screwed together. The screws are rough for the minute. We're just getting them pinned, so it's in and held. So that's not a finished article, but it's just to help it pin and glue at the same time. And then we can take the screws out, re-drill, self-tap, countersink the screw heads so they're into the wood, but it will be kind of more of a structure then in one piece. And then yeah, that will sit almost kind of there. That's our 2-inch port, 26 inches long, tuned to 35 Hertz. Get the sub fitted into this. We'll drill out the holes, get these nut inserts into the wood. That's what I was looking for. Get the nut inserts glued in, get the Allen screw cap heads for this so that they fit in this hole and don't obviously either nick the sub or protrude too long. But you'll see what I mean about the holes. You see that? They're bloody tiny. Like the two there, look, they're really small. So yeah, they really need kind of beefing up a bit, if I'm completely honest, because they are tiny little holes. But we'll do our best to hold it in, and then put that onto there, screw it all together, paint the port while it's in pieces so we can get into all the edges and make it all black. And then the outside of the box is going to get this textured, like a dyno liner, like a bed liner kind of feature. So I'll come back to you in a bit. See you soon. So here's a nice worrying thing to do. So we've gone around the edges of the cone with the, no I haven't, I've gone around the edges of the hole with the MS6 bit to widen them for our cap head screw. It's that one there. Now I'm just basically widening these holes so it's big enough to fit in the M8 size of head. Now, standard procedure applies when drilling rubber. So you basically, I'll show you this one. I've got this here, this is guarding me in case I slip. I don't want to damage a £1,000 sub. Let's put the drill on reverse. We go all the way down to the base and we flick it quickly the right way so it scavenges all of the plastic and rubber out of the hole. And then obviously you check that you've not dropped anything inside the gusset. He said gusset. Again, backwards, down, all down. I'm not trying to bore the thing out as in the subwoofer, we're just trying to make the hole big enough that it'll accept the M8 cap without. What I'm trying to do basically is if this bigger object goes in a little hole, it's going to push the edge of this into the subwoofer, which we don't want to do because obviously it'll rub and then cause a problem. So we'll go in with an M8, widen the hole out so we can get the top of our cap head screw in without a problem. Spit all over the sub as well. Vibe really need to make this bigger. Imagine this thing held in with self-tappers. Yeah, it's gonna work really well. So now we should have enough of a hole that our M6 goes underneath. There we go. And then when this is drawn, it will pull into that hole and the rubber will give way for this head without it being a problem. We could go one more if we want to. We'll see how tight this is with that head in there. I may go one more, but it's just a case of making it big enough that we're not going to cause a problem when we tighten this thing down. And I've got my nut inserts ready. It's got a machine screw on the inside. So we'll basically drill a hole, put the nut insert into the wood, and then we use this to tighten down the subwoofer. not a self-tapper, because we've got more thread basically on that. Science, right? In a bit. So for a start, that thing,
Yeah.
it stopped sucking.
Okay.
And like they say with a mosquito, you can slap them, but I'm not going to do that. Chilly?
Hopefully the dog hasn't shit, but there's a killer dog in here, so be careful.
Oh God.
Oh, no, she's had a piss instead. Brilliant.
Oh, hello. Too excited. Right, let's clean that up first. No, 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 you're not jumping on me. I don't want wee on my trousers, thank you. Killer dog.
Killer dog. Get over the way.
Do you want me to? Oh, it's fine. That's fine. Clean that up. Cool. It's nice to see you bought a 3/8 one. or is it a quarter?
Went over and tried to fight. She's supposed to be a quarter. She's got a bit bigger than she's supposed to. But
Is it dashhound? Is
yeah,
it?
it's a little mini. It's supposed to be a mini dashhound.
Yeah.
The old sausage.
Oh, sausage dog.
Sausage.
And she's a girl?
Yes.
Oh.
Bella.
Bella, hello you.
Don't jump.
Hello, you stay down there.
Don't jump.
You stay down there. Puppy? Puppy?
Yes, she's 5 months old.
Aw.
Right, that's yours, I believe.
Woo! Look at that. We're going to get the old torch in a minute.
No problem.
Happy days.
We're up to date on that. We're waiting for a tyre valve tool for you in red.
Yeah.
And then it's just this BB9.
Bump, bump, bump. Yeah, I thought if I text you it, you might have one ready to go.
Unfortunately, I haven't.
Okay. I'm finding it a very useful tool. But yeah, it kind of works for a little bit and then it just stops.
Yeah.
And then if you clout it, like if you knock it down on the floor, it works for a split second.
Right.
And I just thought, do you know what? I shouldn't be smashing up tools to get them to work. So we'll just go for a replacement. It'd be the easiest thing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what it is that's the problem on it.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the valve here. Because I'm guessing there's a one-way return valve in there, and obviously as you're sucking air out, that's drawing in.
Hose assembly, gun service kit, leader service kit.
What's new, mate? Anything good?
Not really, actually. Just trying to think what is new. It's not a huge amount, to be fair.
No?
No, it's not a huge amount. Probably had a massive amount of livery.
Quick change pneumatic hammers.
Hello?
She's like, but Dad, there's people in here.
Yeah.
I've got to come and see them.
Just walk around.
Surprised you've not got it branded up and that.
Not yet. It may happen.
Little snap-on dog jacket.
Yeah. Get her a fucking sling or something, carry it with me every time.
Oh.
Don't flick the brake. Good.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah, it's all a little bit neat because I had a stock check on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Else, so it's obviously tied up a bit. I've got a few second-hand tools. Most of it you got, to be fair.
Do you know what I do need?
What?
Some 12-sided stuff.
12-sided.
Yeah.
Do you? What, half-inch straight?
I don't know. What are the Blue Point kits? How much are they?
The Blue Point kits.
Because they're 12-sided, aren't they?
They've got 12-sided on the deeps. If you want a 3/8 one, they're about 179 quid-ish.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
For those.
A lot of my stuff is hex.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes you get a 12-sided socket bolt, don't you?
All of the Merc stuff,
Yeah.
12-sided. As I found that out changing my alternator. What a joy that was.
Fixed now your van.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not enjoy pulling the front end off of that.
No.
To get the alternator out, we had to literally remove the front end of the vehicle. The only thing I left on was the crash protection bar. Managed to pull all the radiators out of the way and then get to the alternator underneath. I saved myself a fortune though. Can't imagine what the bill would have been at Merck for that. Yeah.
Right, so I've ordered the brake bleeder.
Thanks.
Like this replacement.
Thank you, mate.
I was waiting for the tyre valve.
Mm-hmm.
What else is new? New bonnet light. I haven't put it on actually.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realise now it bends, it moves. I didn't realise it moved.
Oh, okay, so you can
Twist
rotate
as well.
it. Yeah, that's cool.
I looked at it there and thought, that looks like it's moved. I wonder what's happened. And it moved.
That looks round.
Yeah. That's about it. Female torques and spanners which you've probably got.
Yep.
Twist sockets which you've got.
Yep.
3/8 brushless impact guns. Load of second-hand
Sockets.
sockets. Yeah. Torque wrenches. That's the new 1/2-inch click one. I've got a black.
Oh, black end.
Yeah, black end. So they brought them out last year, but they brought them out as foot-pounds with newton meters on the other side.
Right.
I brought them out as a standalone newton meter one for us.
Yeah.
That's the battery ratchets.
And a boot.
And a boot for a gun. That's about it really. That's me sticking.
Oh, mate, there's some slimline spanners.
Yeah, slimline. Only one size available. Second, then obviously notepads, which are 2050.
Awesome.
But, I found them in the lockup.
Oh, it's good for making notes.
They're quite handy to have, to be fair.
Yeah.
Tape measures, which you've got.
No,
Yeah.
I gave mine back. Remember
You
it?
gave yours back, yeah.
It shat itself twice.
That's quite a good bit of kit. That's on a. This is for a socket. You can use it as ratchet.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
T-bar. Welding goggles. That's about it. Yeah, 12-sided wise. I've only got, I think, quarter at the moment.
Okay.
So where are they? That's 12-sided.
Yep.
I think that's about it. We do have 12-sided come out quite a lot. 3/8 driver's well, there's more deeps, and there's some shallows there as well. So
Right.
some 12-sided.
Oh, they're intermediates.
The semis.
Semi deeps.
Yeah, they're all quarter drive at the moment. We haven't had any 3/8.
Okay.
12s for a while.
Okie dokie.
And 1/2 inch wise, I think they're all 6 points.
Mind the
So,
dog.
Yeah.
Lunchbox dog. Cool.
Alright. Finally getting rid of my 26-inch top box today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You had that a while.
Yeah.
Having your little box drought sorted.
I did a few actually before Christmas. That one was just, this one's just like a, yeah, it was like a pain in the ass. Finally, I got a red one in the lock as well, it's just left unopened.
Cool. Let's give you some pennies then. Right then, dudes, so we were supposed to have a Ferrari in today, but he's gone to Jersey on business. But I've just had Chris down in his Beamer, and look at this, we've got a box. So got some screws in there for stability, not everyone yet. Obviously ports in, 45s are in, glue is setting. We've got our 45 and our port there. I've got some more sanding to do, some more gluing to do. Had a bit of a nightmare with the screw caps. So despite my efforts of drilling to be able to open these up to fit an M6 screw cap, I cannot get them in here because of the angle. Because of the angle of that rubber, it's kind of chamfered off, and when I put something square in, it then starts pushing this into the sub edge at force, and that's obviously just going to tear the cone. We don't want to do that. So we are, annoyingly, I've drilled it all out, had it all ready, and I've just had to fillet again because it doesn't work. So some wood glue, lots of sawdust, making a paste, putting the wood back in the wood. We are going to have to drill some big ass screws through it, so probably something like the old Turbo Golds. They've got quite a small head, so it's not going to cause a problem, but they've got loads of meat on the screw. Normally you'd use a screw cap and a lock to be able to remove the sub easily, but we can't do that, so it's going to go in once, it's going to stay in there. So we're going to use screws and just let it be, because I can't, they're just, this is just too close. As you'll see, tiny headed screw, as it goes in, it's just so close to the sub, and as it sort of straightens up, it's even closer when it goes down. It's a bit of a bad design. They should have made this lip way bigger, and put the fixing out to the side so you could get some proper purchase with something big. But we've got to work with what we can, so I've just shown Chris the problem and he's like, that's fine, it's okay, it's not going to get taken in and out. But we have a sub. It's coming along, nearly ready. See you soon, everyone. Right then, my dudes, I'm just warming the chaser up. I'm going to pull that inside, head off my optician's appointment. So yes, we have a box test fitted in Chris' car, all works, looks lovely. He's pleased, I'm pleased. Excuse me, I've just drank a coffee really fast and now it's going to give me the hiccups. But yeah, Snap on Tuesday today, we finally got the light replaced. So I got a new one of these, slimline torch, that we've been waiting on a little while. Nothing else really on the van. He's obviously had a stock take and things are fairly short, but no new flyer as of yet. I'm sure next time we're kind of due a new flyer. But that's it. I'm shutting up for today. I've managed to get a bit done. No Ferrari, but we've got the box built. Tomorrow I've got some sanding pads. I've got Mr. Bright's Ducato coming in the morning. We've got to take the radio out for him because he's got to go back to Citroen. It's a brand new vehicle, so it's got warranty, but obviously we've done the big 9-inch Pioneer, so he wants me to remove the radio safely so he can take it back. They've got to do something with heater controls, so that's tomorrow, and then jump back on sanding that, filling in all the edges and getting everything kind of prepared, ready for starting the Raptor liner, if you will, the textured coating. But so far so good. I'm still depressed about the house and the buyers and whatnot. We shall see how that turns out. But yeah, a bit of a downer today. See you soon, everyone. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Take care. Bye bye.